Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda So in before all festival classes, we always say that this is the most merciful incarnation of the Lord, whose appearance is just going to come. We say that about Lord Jagannath. We say that about Narasimha Dev. We we say that about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we also say that about Lord Nityananda. But actually, it's all of them are true, but the truest statement is when it is applied to Lord Nityananda, to Radharani. So, Lord Nityananda is, we know, more merciful in one sense than even Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya, Krishna comes in the mood of Srimati Radharani to experience uh, the mood of Radharani. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, while his mercy is available for everybody and his compassion is there for everybody, he physically associated more with the intellectuals like Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya or Prakashananda Saraswati. He delivered people of that category, the classy people. Um, he interacted with Ramanand Rai, Rup and Sanatan Goswami. These are all people with very high positions in society. Whereas Lord Nityananda would find just the opposite. सबसे गिरा हुआ कौन है? And he would give his mercy to them. So depending on which category you identify yourself with, that incarnation will feel more merciful to you. If you identify yourselves as having class, then Mahaprabhu. But if you identify yourselves as boss, there's no scope, then Nityananda is our man. He's the incarnation that we feel very strongly hopeful about. That and we'll discuss this today. Actually, we are just going to discuss this one pastime of Jagai and Vinay. But we'll discuss it while reading the verses of Chaitanya Bhagavat, where this whole chapter is dedicated. Almost 400 verses are there about this pastime in detail. So we all know that Lord Nityananda is who? Lord Balaram. And who is Lord Balaram? Prabhupada said actually Balaram is non-different from Krishna. What is the difference between Krishna and Balaram? That's it. Only the complexion of the body, that's it. Everything else, they are almost identical. So, Nityananda is Balram. His parents' names were Hadai Pandit and Padmavati. Hadai Pandit and Padmavati. And Lord Nityananda appeared at Eka Chakra. How many of you had come with us to Eka Chakra in 2018? That was a nice trip. When we reached Eka Chakra, everyone thought they have their guest house rooms booked. And when we reached there, we found out, actually, we found out few hours before, but we did not disclose it to you all. And you found out when we reached there that there were just 3-4 good rooms. There were just 3-4 good rooms. And then there were concrete slabs with roofs. And that's where all the men stayed in. And outside were all dogs roaming around. And some devotees thought, "Hum bahar soenge." And then when night came, the dogs started also feeling comfortable next to them, and then they started coming inside. But those who tolerated this, then they got a lot of mercy. Atul Krishna Prabhu was there. Atul Krishna Prabhu narrated all the pastimes of Lord Nityananda. We went to this kund where Lord Nityananda took bath, the well where he took bath, the place where so many different pastime places. And Ekara Chakra is like a tiny, tiny village. So except for that ISKCON temple, there's no development there. It was a very sweet trip. And then while coming back, I think we came back on the day we were returning was Kali Puja. Then we were supposed to reach Mayapur at 5 p.m. and we reached at 11 p.m. something like that, 11:30. So it was a nice time. We should plan once more. So Nityananda Prabhu, when he was small, he would just enact the pastimes of Krishna Balram. And his parents and the people of the town used to wonder that हमने तो ये pastime सुनाया भी नहीं है, इसको पता कैसे है? No, we've never narrated this pastime. ये कब हमने बताया कृष्णा बलराम के बारे में? इसको कैसे पता है? And then they would also play the dramas of Ramayana. And then the adults used to wonder, I have not read in Ramayana Lakshman talking these things. From where is this Nityananda making up these dialogues? And then Ramru Prabhu described last Saturday how when that Indrajit pastime was going on in the play, then Lakshman fainted. Nityananda playing Lakshman fainted. And then the child playing Hanuman was supposed to go and bring some leaves in the form of Sanjeevani booty. And he forgot. And so Nityananda Prabhu did not get up only. And then after a while, it became a big commotion. Then someone thought, uh, it's this is clearly something different. So let's continue. And next dialogue क्या है? हाँ वो संजीवनी लेके आओ. And then Nityananda Prabhu stood up. So like there's several pastimes in childhood where Nityananda Prabhu used to show the mood of Balram, uh, not necessarily the mood of Lakshman, because in that incarnation, Lakshmanji took a vow that I will never come as a younger brother again, because Lord makes me do things I don't want to do, like Agni Pariksha, like sending Sita Mata to the forest, to the forest again, to Valmiki Muni's ashram. He did not want to do those things. Got a cold again, Roji? From को कहीं जाने मत दीजिए. So you want this shawl? Yeah, Vaishnav Seva. You want to sit at the back? You sit at the back. The AC effect will be less there on the chair. One day, one sannyasi came to his house, and the custom was that whenever sannyasi would come, the householder would offer them whatever they wanted. Sannyasi could ask anything, and the householder has to give. That's why we have peepholes now. Sannyasi come, you will not open the door only. But that time, the sannyasis also used to not ask material things. So this sannyasi he came and he asked that I want your son. I want your son as my assistant. I am going on तीर्थ यात्रा. मुझे एक assistant चाहिए. आप अपना बेटे को दे दो नित्याय को. Hadai Pandit heard that. It was like Dashrath. Dashrath said कुछ भी ले लो पर राम नहीं दे सकता मैं. So Hadai Pandit was he fainted. ऐसे कैसे नित्याय is my life and soul. Everyone in that village, everyone in that town, they were so attracted by Lord Nityananda that Nityananda was like the center of their lives. Not knowing that he is the Supreme Lord. Just by his beauty, just by his activities, they were very attracted to him. And this sannyasi said, please take anything except Nitai. And, sorry, the Hadai Pandit said. And the sannyasi said, no, why you want to get sin? I've already asked something, you give. And Nityananda Prabhu also said, yes, yes, please, I want to go. I want to go at least with a genuine person, I will go on Tirth Yatra. So then finally, with a heavy heart, Hadai Pandit and Mother Padmavati, they allowed him. And then Nityananda Prabhu went. And it is described after a while that sannyasi disappeared. And Lord Nityananda was alone. He was young. But he continued pilgrimage. He continued going to holy places. And our acharyas say that when we go to holy places, we go just to associate and hear. Now this Prayagraj, it is thanks to social media, it has become so viral. Most of them are going for what? Just dip in Triveni and that's it. We have Prayagraj Jal for all of you. Those who came at 6:30 got this much bottle. Individually we sprinkled on all those 8 people who came at 6:30. अभी आप लोग के लिए जो थोड़ा बहुत बचा है वो if you all are जो attentive है उन पे हम लोग डालेंगे end में class के बाद. But those who came, ask them. Those who came on time, they got lot of mercy of Triveni Jal on their head. See the mercy of devotees. We don't even go. I didn't even go to Prayagraj. This is the third bottle of Triveni Jal I have received in the last 1 week. Devotees go, they bring back. So, by the mercy of Prabhupada, the real bathing is through hearing. It's through hearing. The purification happens. Otherwise, Narottam Das Thakur sings, no? What is that? गंगारा पराश होइले पाश्चात्य पावन दर्शन में पवित्र होए ये तो मारा गुण that I will take a dip in Ganga, come out, what will happen again, back to old activities, all that is gone. But if I take darshan of a Vaishnav or if I hear from a Vaishnav, actual purification starts. And so when devotees go to Kumbh Mela, they actually go to give the holy name and not necessarily just to take dip. Coincidentally, on that day of Moni Amavasya, I was in Ujjain, and Kumbh Mela also happens in Ujjain. And Ujjain has there is the Shipra river, holy river where Krishna and Balram used to bathe when they were, because Ujjain is the Gurukul of Sandipani Muni, Avantipur, where Sandipani Muni has his Gurukul. It's a very nice, that Gurukul is there. The government has made it very nicely now with all the pastimes. So then we thought that Ajmoni Amavasya, we can't go to Prayagraj, but at least let's go. Although Kumbh Mela is not there here, but still we went and took a dip in that Shipra river. But the dip is secondary. The main thing is hearing. So Nityananda Prabhu went all places in India to hear from the. Although he is the Supreme Lord, he is showing by example that when I come to this material world, even I hear. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena seva. Krishna is saying in the Gita that this is how we will get upadeshyantite jnanam jnanina sattvadarshana. These sattvadarshis, these great sages will in, implicate, will impart the knowledge to us if we hear in a submissive mood and offer service. So this is what Nityananda Prabhu did. Finally, Nityananda Prabhu came to the house of Nandan Acharya in Mayapur. It is just outside our campus. When we go on the left, there is this Ishodayan Bhavan. That is the house, not the Ishodayan guest house, the Ishodayan Bhavan outside. That is the house of Nandan Acharya. And he went and stayed there. And then Mahaprabhu, he was staying at the house of Srivas Thakur. Till then, they had never met in this lifetime. They never met. And then suddenly one day, Mahaprabhu started exhibiting the mood of Balram. And he's telling Advaita, he's telling Srivas Thakur, Srivas, get me my liquor. Liquor? Yes, get me my liquor. Balramji used to drink transcendental liquor, not the daru shop liquor we get, but it's called Baruni. Baruni, it's made of honey. So too much honey also becomes an intoxicant. So Balramji used to drink honey. So Mahaprabhu came in the mood of Balram. He said, bring my liquor. Srivas Thakur said, my lord, your liquor is Krishna Prem, love of God. That's your liquor. So how do I bring that? You have brought it. You are intoxicating us. So then Mahaprabhu smiled and he said, the actual liquor will be available today because Nitai has come. Everyone said, Kaun Nitai? Who's Nitai? There was nobody named Nitai over there. Nowadays, there are so many devotees with the name Nitai. Like we have two in our group, Nitai Madhav and Nitai Madhav Prabhu and Nitai Jivan Prabhu. Nobody heard Nitai. Who's Nitai? So then Mahaprabhu said, come. And then Mahaprabhu from. How many of you have been to Mayapur? So you know Srivasangan, not very far from our temple. And Ishodayan, Nandanacharya's house is just next to the temple. So the walk is not much. Like maybe from here till JVPD, something like that. And so Mahaprabhu went, all the devotees went, and Mahaprabhu went, Nitai, 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 Nitai. And he reached Nandanacharya's house, and Nityananda Prabhu was hiding inside. And then when Nityananda Prabhu heard Mahaprabhu's name, he came out. And that's the first time Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu met and they embraced. And everyone was ecstatic. And from that day onwards, the main pastimes they started of Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. So we know that this there are so many notorious pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu. That's why he's actually called a Avadut. Avadut means one who's not on the bodily platform. So when Nityananda Prabhu met Mahaprabhu also for the first time, he was wearing one earring, one ankle bell, a blue dhoti, hair flowing, and in a not in a normal state. So he is known as an avadut, that somebody who's not at all in the bodily platform, and he would do so-called crazy activities. Like Ramru Prabhu last Saturday narrated that pastime of eating at the house of Advaita Acharya, where Advaita Acharya prepared a big feast, and Mahaprabhu went there, and Mahaprabhu told Advaita Acharya, "Oh Advaita, so much! I cannot eat so much. I'm a sannyasi. I cannot eat. Why did you make so much trouble? Itna क्यों बनाया?" And when so this is what Mahaprabhu said. This is what normally anyone would say when they go to somebody's place. If they like it or they don't like it, they'll say, "अरे इतना मेहनत क्यों किया आपने? इतना अच्छा था." Whereas Nityananda Prabhu, he is in the mood of an avadut. So he's telling Advaita, "बस इतना ही? Why I came here? You're so poor. You couldn't make more. What is this? My stomach will not even get filled 1/10 with this. What is this?" And Advaita Acharya also, knowing Nityananda Prabhu's mood, he told him, "See, you are not a Brahmana. I have cooked for Mahaprabhu. You want to eat, you chupchap eat, don't talk so much." And then Nityananda Prabhu also took a bite and said, "Hey, what quality rice is this?" And he threw the rice at Advaita Acharya. And when the rice touched by Nityananda reached Advaita Acharya's body, he started dancing in ecstasy. And then Mahaprabhu is sitting there seeing all this and laughing. So like this, various, sometimes Lord Nityananda would tell somebody to chant, and if that person would not chant, he would kick them. Chant! Hare Krishna. So these were his pastimes. One such pastime, we also know, again, Prabhuji described last time, Dandabhanga, the breaking of the stick. When Mahaprabhu went to take bath, he gave his sannyas danda to Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda was looking at the stick and he's talking to the stick. Every paraphernalia of the Lord is alive. It's not matter, it's alive. So, hey, stick, what is this? You are giving so much burden on Mahaprabhu's shoulder. And all it is said that in the sannyasis danda, all the 33 crore devis and devtas reside. So he's saying the stick, 33 crore demigods are on Nitya Mahaprabhu's shoulder. What is this? This is not required. And cut in three pieces, he broke the stick and threw it. And when Mahaprabhu came, Mahaprabhu told him, "Nitai, where's my stick?" And Nityananda Prabhu said, "I threw it." Mahaprabhu said, "What kind of person are you? That is my only possession, and you have thrown it." And the Acharya is right, actually, that was Nityananda Prabhu signifying by breaking the sannyas stick and throwing it to pieces. He was like showing that now love of God is available to everybody. It is not hidden anywhere. Jisko chahiye le lo. So, like that, various notorious pastimes Nityananda Prabhu used to do. He, in the mood of punishing or in the excuse of punishing Raghunath Das Goswami for hiding, he told him, "Feed all the Vaishnavas." Panihati Chida Dahi Utsav. We also had last time it was there. So he gave Raghunath Das Goswami mercy, but in the form of punishment. So the most notorious were Jagai and Madhai. We have heard this pastime many times. We have seen dramas also on this pastime, but uh, we can go deeper into this pastime by reading from Chaitanya Bhagavat. Can repeat? Say Krishna Navadvipe Shri Chaitanya Chandra. Say Balarama Sange Shri Nityananda. That original Lord Krishna appeared in Navadvip as Lord Chaitanya and Balaram appeared with him as Lord Nityananda. So this is how Krishnadas Kaviraj starts the Chaitanya Charitamrita chapter. How many of you have read Adi Leela? Should all read. Should all read. Last time when Vaisheshika Prabhu had come, last December 23, so he had given one session on read Prabhupada's books. Very important. We should all read. We should read every day. And you don't have to wait to complete Srimad Bhagavatam to read Chaitanya Charitamrita. You can read both simultaneously. We can't jump in Bhagavatam to 10th canto, but we can read Bhagavatam systematically and we can also systematically read Chaitanya Charitamrita. Like two verses of Bhagavatam every day, two verses of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Because at our pace, we don't know when we will complete Bhagavatam. तो चेतन चरितामृत रह जाएगा फिर वो नेक्स्ट लाइफ विल विल में लिख देंगे मेरे साथ चेतन चरितामृत को भी so the fifth chapter of Adi Leela is a description of Lord Nityananda, the glories of Lord Nityananda. So in that, Kaviraj Goswami starts with this. Now coming to Chaitanya Bhagavat, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, he introduces Nityananda Prabhu's original form. He says, Krishnera Dvitiya Nityananda Vaina Sangi Sakhashayana Bhushana Ban Sakhashayana Bhushana Bandhubai. Nityananda is the second manifestation of Krishna. He serves the Lord as his companion, friend, bed, ornament, well-wisher, and brother. So we know Balram is, he expands as all the paraphernalia in the pastime of the Lord. Similarly, Lord Nityananda expands as all the paraphernalia in the pastimes. So this pastime starts like this. Ekadine achambite haila hena mati Agya Kaila Nityananda Haridasa Prati. One day, the Lord suddenly ordered Nityananda and Haridas as follows. So, the Sankirtan pastimes were going on, and Mahaprabhu's external reason for appearing was this to spread the holy names everywhere, all over the world, to get people to chant Hare Krishna. And he invested Krishna Prem in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You know, this Krishna Prem is invested in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra only when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. So it is not by default that in every Kali Yuga we will get love for God by chanting the holy names. That is reserved for this Kali Yuga. The Dwapar in which Krishna himself comes, in that Kali Yuga Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes and he puts love of Godhead. So out of millions and millions of years and millions of births that we have taken, even in Kali Yuga, this birth is extremely special. 5,000 years ago, this was not available. 500 years ago, sorry. 10,000 years ke baad, this potency will reduce. And we have taken birth at this particular time. And not just that, we have, by the mercy of the Lord, gotten in touch with Srila Prabhupada's movement. If there is a person more merciful than Lord Nityananda, that is Srila Prabhupada. Balram, Brahmananda Prabhu said, Krishna is very merciful, but Prabhupada is more merciful than Krishna because Krishna didn't come to New York City. He limited himself to India, Bharat Bhumi. But Prabhupada came to the, not just New York City, the worst part of New York City. Like I said, Mahaprabhu used to deliver the class and Nityananda used to deliver the most fallen. So Prabhupada also came to New York, but in New York, he went to the area where the most useless people were and he gave them this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So Mahaprabhu, this mission, now he needs preachers. Like in our movement, we need preachers, all of you. We preach, we distribute books, we tell people about the Lord. So he called Nityananda and Haridas and he said, Shuno Shuno Nityananda, Shuno Haridas. सर्वत्र हमारा आज्ञा करह प्रकाश. Listen Nityananda, listen Haridas, go out and preach my order everywhere. प्रति घरे घरे गिया करई भिक्षा. Bala Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, Kara Krishna Shiksha. Go to every house and beg in this way. Chant the names of Krishna, worship Krishna, follow Krishna's instruction. Through Krishna Prabhu, every time he narrates this verse. So in this way, Mahaprabhu called Nityananda Prabhu and who else? Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur. So, 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 Haridas Tha Ihabai arana baliba balai. Badina badina avasene asi amare kahibai. Apart from this, you should not speak or have others speak anything else. At the end of the day, come back and give me your report. Accountability. You preach and then you tell me what happened. कितने लोग क्लास में आए, क्या 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 टॉपिक्स बोला आपने. So he's saying, come back and give me a report. Go and bolo Krishna, bado Krishna, karo Krishna shiksha. Tell everyone about Krishna, and then come back and tell me. तुम्हारा करी तुम्हारा करी ले भिक्षा या ना बलिबा. तभी आमे चक्र हस्ते सवारे कातिबा. I will take up my chakra and cut off the heads of those who will not chant after being requested by you. Prabhu is saying, you go and preach, and if they don't listen, I am there. आज्ञा सिरे करी नित्यानंद हरिदास. तत शने चालिले ना पथयासी हास. Accepting the Lord's order on their heads, Nityananda and Haridas smiled and immediately went out on the street. So this is not just for Nityananda and Haridas, it's for all of us. Mahaprabhu is saying, just go and preach and don't worry about anything else. I'll take care. Somebody ignores you, somebody insults you, or somebody accepts your message, everything I'll take care. Go and preach. This is Prabhupada's mood, exemplified here through Nityananda Prabhu. आज्ञा पाए दुई जने फूले घरे घरे. भल कृष्ण गाओ कृष्ण भजह कृष्ण रे. Being ordered by the Lord, the two went door to door and requested everyone, chant the name of Krishna, sing the glories of Krishna, and engage in the worship of Krishna. Krishna pran, Krishna dhana, Krishna se jivana. Hena Krishna balabhai, hai ekamana. Krishna is your life. Krishna is your wealth. Krishna is your very life and soul. Oh brothers, chant the name of that Krishna with full attention. They are pleading with them. They are pleading with them. And actually, in this world, there is nothing apart from Lord Krishna. In our this Chaturshloki Bhagavatam also, we discussed so much in detail of how this external energy is also Krishna. And when it is not seen in relation with Krishna, it is called illusion. It's illusion. Illusion. Maya means not seeing anything in relation to Krishna. If we think, how is this related to Krishna? That's illusion. So he's telling everyone, go, tell people about this. करीबे करीबा करीबा केहा बलय संतोषे. केहा बलि दुई जना क्षिप्त मंत्र दोषे. Now, how people react to when we preach, that's how they reacted even 500 years back when the Lord Himself used to preach. Some happily said, we will do, we will do. Others said, these two are crazy because of bad advice. होता है? सब लोग से अरे इतने प्रभु जी आपने इतना अच्छा बताया, माता जी इतना अच्छा आप बता रहे हैं, मुझे और बताइए, मैं आऊंगा क्लास में, मैं आऊंगी. हाँ बुक दीजिए, थैंक यू सो मच आप दे रहे हैं. And others will say, लगता है घर में लोगों ने निकाल दिया इनको, या they've gone mad, why are they trying to make me mad? So 500 years back also the same feedback was there. Feedback is not changed. तुम्हारा पागल हैला दुष्ट संग दोषे. आमा सभा पागल करीते आसी किसे. Many of our parents tell us this. You have become mad on account of bad association. Why do you have to come to make us mad? ठीक है, I give up on you. I cannot do anything. Why you want to make me also mad like you? You know, brainwashed by ISKCON and ये सब क्या है? ये कोई time है life में ये करने का? So same they got. भव्य सभा लोक सभा हैला पागल निमाय पंडित नष्ट करिला सकल. Many sober and civilized persons have become mad in this way. Nimai Pandit has spoiled them all. In our case, also people replace Nimai Pandit with whoever we are in touch with and say, इसने तुमको पागल किया है, ये प्रभु ने पागल किया है, ये माताजी ने तुमको पागल किया है. ये गुला चैतन्य नृत्य ना पहिला द्वार आरबाड़ी गेले मात्र भले मार मार. Of this we may also not have received. As soon as the two went to the houses of those who were not allowed to see Lord Chaitanya's dancing, those people said, beat them, beat them. We know in Srivas Thakur's house, not everyone was allowed to come inside. Only those who were genuine devotees were allowed entry. It's like, at prasad time, what we do here. Class mein nahi aaye, बाद में आओ. मत आओ. So many people tried to enter and they were not allowed. There's that pastime of one Brahmana who came and Mahaprabhu suddenly was not feeling ecstatic. Someone is there who should not be there. Shiva said, no, everyone is there. Who's that? He's a Brahmana. What is his qualification? उसने पूरे लाइफ खाली दूध पिया है, कुछ खाया नहीं है, खाली दूध पिया. Mahaprabhu said, you think that is the qualification to get love of God, only drinking milk? Remove him. ऐसे निकाल दिया. One old lady came like this, hidden. I'm not feeling ecstatic today. निकाला. वैसे बहुत लोगों को निकाला and बहुत लोगों को आने नहीं दिया. So all those, when Nityanand and Haridas went to them, Abhi, now you are coming. When I came, you didn't allow me beat them. केह बले ए दुई जनक की बार चोरच चर चला करी चर्चिया भूलए घरे घरा. Someone said, perhaps these two are the spies of a thief. They are wandering door to door on the pretext of preaching. Like Prabhupada's disciples, when they came to India, they were considered as CIA agents. तो ये CIA के एजेंट्स है, ये सब कैसे कोई भक्त बन सकता है? हम लोग भक्त नहीं बन रहे, ये विदेशी कैसे भक्त बन गए? जरूर ये अमेरिकन सरकार ने ये लोग को स्पाइस बन के भेजा है इंडिया, एज इफ इंडिया हैड वंडरफुल थिंग्स, सीक्रेट्स. पुअर कंट्री बाय देन, ब्रिटिश हैज लूटेड एवरीथिंग, बट पीपल यूज्ड टू थिंक ये CIA एजेंट्स है या ये ड्रग एडिक्ट्स है. सो लाइक दैट पीपल आर टेलिंग दीस गाइस, दे सीम टू बी, कोई तो चोर है और उसके थीव्स है, घर पे आके खाली देख. In the context of telling us chant, they are looking at our house. क्या है valuable, कुछ है क्या, आप चोरी करेंगे. ए मत प्रकट के न करीबे सुजने हार बार आसे यदि लाइब दयाने. Why would a sujan, why would a dignified person act in this way? If they come again, we will take them to the king. Any normal dignified man wears dhoti kurta and paint on their forehead. Any dignified lady in 21st century, 2025 wears a sari and covers her head. And who goes around, chanting Hare Krishna all the time? Who goes year after year to Vrindavan? But we've seen everything. Again, you want to go again and again. Vrindavan, Vrindavan, Vrindavan. These are not normal people. So we are in good company. If people think like this about us, they used to think like this about who? Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur. So let them continue to think like this about us. If they start to think normal, then you should understand abhi kuch gadbad ho gaya hai. If the worldly people consider us as normal, that's a problem. And as long as they find us weird, that's good. That means we are on the right track. If they find us weird due to this. Shuni Shuni Nityananda Haridas Hase चैतन्य आज्ञा बले ना पाया तरासे. On hearing such talk, Nityananda and Haridas laughed. On the strength of Lord Chaitanya's order, they were not frightened. So this order is there. Prabhupada said, no, I want everybody to be a guru. Guru doesn't just mean one who gives diksha. Guru means this, one who tells people about Krishna. So Prabhupada used to quote this verse so many times. Bharat bhumite hoila manusya janmaya janma sartaka kari kara para upakar. Everyone born in India, their prime responsibility is not their profession, it's not their community service. The prime responsibility is become a devotee, make others devotees. Become a devotee, make others a devotee. And it's on the strength of this order of Mahaprabhu. So just like Nityananda and Haridas felt confident, all of us should feel confident in our own Krishna consciousness and in getting others to Krishna consciousness. We should be confident that if I'm doing this means I'm following the Lord's order. The Lord will protect me. The Lord will protect me. The Lord will take care of the situation. The Lord will appear in my tongue when I speak to others about Krishna, and He will make my message delivered to them. This confidence we should have. So Nityanand Haridas, people are telling them, beat them, feeling confident because Mahaprabhu has given this order. Hey mata ghare ghare bhuliya bhuliya प्रतिदिन विश्वम्भरे स्थाने कहे गिया. In this way, the two daily wandered from door to door and then reported to Vishwambar at the end of the day. Like this, every day they used to go. Every day they used to hear these things. Every day, some people used to accept, some people used to criticize, some people used to, consider them gone cases. And every day they used to come back to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and report this to him. Now, एक दिन पथे देखे दुई मातो याला महा महादस्यु प्राय दुई मध्यप विशाल. I think there are only three Bengalis right here. One, two, and three. So pronunciation is everywhere. Only three know that it is mispronounced. One day they saw two drunkards on the street. The two were fully intoxicated and acted like great rogues. Say dui janara katha kahite apara. Tara nahi kare hai na papa nahi ara. These there were unlimited stories about the two, for there was no sin that they had not committed. Then Chaitanya Bhagavat goes on to describe all the sins, which whatever you read in the news everywhere, you just ये भी उन्होंने किया था, ये भी they stole, they raped, they murdered, they everything they did. सर्व पाप से दूर सर्व पाप से द्विरा शरीर जन्मिला. वैष्णवेरा निंदा पाप सबे ना हैला. Every type of sin became manifest in the bodies of those two except the sin of blaspheming Vaishnavas. Except for Vaishnav aparad, they did everything else. And now because they didn't do this one thing, they were eligible for deliverance. Because no matter what other sin we have done in our past, the Lord will forgive all of them if we now take to the holy names. But this one, this offending devotees, criticizing devotees, blaspheming devotees, troubling devotees, this the Lord cannot tolerate. So this is one thing which they didn't do. Somehow they didn't do this. Now this is going to lead to their deliverance. अहर्निशा मध्य पेरे संगे रंगे थाके महिला वैष्णव निंदा ए सब पाके. Now why they didn't do Vaishnav Aparad is mentioned here. They happily spent their days and nights in the company of other drunkards. Therefore, they had no opportunity to blaspheme the Vaishnavas. their association was only drunkard. तो कोई वैष्णव दिखा ही नहीं तो अपराध करने का चांस ही नहीं मिला. So this is one way we can avoid Vaishnav अपराध. Just don't associate with devotees and therefore you will not offend them, and don't just associate with such hopeless people that there's no chance. Or the other way is that we take care. So hopefully for us it's we take care. For them it was there's no chance, they're always drunk, and Vaishnavas will never associate with drunkards. Except one. You'll come to know now. So in the purport, this is Chaitanya Bhagavat. So Srila Bhaktisamanta Saraswati writes that a drunkard will eventually be delivered in due course of time by the Lord. But a blasphemer of devotees will never be delivered by the Lord. He is a drunkard in this life. No, next life, something will happen in this life also in a drunken state. Something will happen and he'll be able to accept a devotional service. But if he's offended devotees, then there is no chance. So then Lord Nityananda, seeing these two, he asked people, "Kaun hai ye log? Who are these two personalities?" And then people told them that actually they actually belong to Brahmana families, but it all सब कुछ छूट गया. They got into this bad association, and now this is what they've become. Now they are the opposite of Brahmanas. They look at Brahmanas and they run to beat them. The opposite of Brahmanas. Then Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he thinks, he says, if the Lord bestows in mercy on these two, then the whole world will know his glories. If I can reveal Lord Chaitanya to them, then I, Nityananda, will be known as Lord Chaitanya's servant. If persons who previously took bath in the Ganga with their clothes on, when they touch the shadow of these two, consider themselves purified as having taken bath in the Ganga by seeing them, then my name will be remembered. You saying that earlier when people used to just see them and their shadow used to meet, they used to run into the Ganga to take bath. Now, if people just by looking at them will feel कि मेरा तो गंगा स्नान होगा ये दो महान वैष्णव को देख के, then I am Nityananda, and then my Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's glories will be spread. Yeah, delivering all these others is no big deal. But if they deliver the worst two people on planet Earth, there was nobody more hopeless than Jagai Madai. And if they can deliver them, if Mahaprabhu can deliver them, then he'll be known as Patit Pavan. Patita Pavana Hetu, Tava Avatar, Mosama Patita Prabhu, Napa Ega. Narottam Das Thakur sings that you are Patit Pavan, and there's nobody more fallen than me. So this should be our mood, that Lord, I am, and genuine mood, not just, Patit Pavan, I am Patit. And then thinking that I know everything. What is the big deal? It is not jargon. So those who really genuinely feel hopeless, like that day Burijan Prabhu, he was giving japa seminar. So he was constantly saying, pay attention to chanting, hear one name. If you hear one name, you are very fortunate. Get the mind back to the mantra. And even after saying so many times, every now and then, every 2 minutes he was saying. And then he asked for some feedback. So I raised my hand and I said, I'm surprised that, and we know this every day, I'm surprised my mind is so restless that even in between your 2 minutes of saying that focus, mind is going here and there. So then he asked, what does that make you feel? And I said, helpless. And then he said, thank you for the honest feedback. Because that's how we should feel, helpless. What control I have? I have no control on even my mind. So, Lord, actually, you came for me. And now I have to take shelter of you. I have to take shelter of your teachings, take shelter of your holy names, take shelter of your form, take shelter of the devotees. So, Lord Nityananda is saying like this. Then Mahaprabhu's glories will be spread everywhere. Heteka Chintiya Prabhu Haridasa Prati Vale Haridasa Dekha Donhara Durgati. After contemplating in this way, the Lord said to Haridas, "Oh Haridas, look at their miserable condition. Brahmana hai Brahmana haya hena dushta vyavahara Yedonhara yamaghare nahi ka nistara. Although they are Brahmanas, they behave in the most abominable way. These two will not be able to avoid the punishment of Yamaraj. I mean, we say, we will say, "क्या गिरा हुआ है, तो यमराज के पास ही जाएगा." Nityananda Prabhu is saying it out of compassion. Oh, look at them, they are so fallen, they will have to go to Yamraj. If we have that kind of a mood, our preaching will be successful, our book distribution will be successful, our own devotion will be successful. But if we feel गिरा हुआ है, कुछ चांस ही नहीं है, स्पेशली अगर हमको कुछ बोल दिया तो बिल्कुल चांस नहीं है, we feel. Then Nityananda Prabhu tells Haridas that, when you were practically beaten to death by the Yavanas, you thought about their welfare. And because you thought about their welfare, they got delivered. But who's going to think of the welfare of these people? Now, they were attacking you, and therefore you thought of their welfare, and Mahaprabhu delivered them. Now, who's going to deliver these guys? So we have to do something. हरिदास प्रभु बले सुनो महाशय हमारा यही इच्छा से ही प्रभुर निश्चय. Haridas Prabhu said, "Listen, O Mahashay, your desire is certainly the Lord's desire." Smiling and saying, तुमने सोच लिया मतलब अभी होगा ही होगा. बलिते प्रभुरा आज्ञा से दुईरा स्थाने नित्यानंद हरिदास करिला गमने. Then Nityananda and Haridas went to inform the two of the Lord's order. They are going to these people who are just breaking things and rolling around madly. And Chaitanya Bhagavat describes after troubling people and hitting them, eventually the two would start hitting each other also. And then again they would start hitting others, and then again they would start hitting each other. And like, if we find someone like this on the road, will we approach them for book distribution? We shouldn't also probably. But this is Lord Nityananda. So special. And when they were approaching these two, saintly people were telling them, please don't go near them, you will die. If you value your life, don't go near them. And others hid inside their house and were trembling. Kya hoga? People who didn't like Lord Nityananda Haridas, they said, very good, aaj to yo gaye. हो गया finally every day they knock on our door, tell us बोलो कृष्णा भजो कृष्णा करो, आज बंद हो जाएगा, कल से कोई नहीं आएगा. And some brahmanas, sannyasis, they would go inside their house and pray, Krishna, Krishna, please protect these two, please protect these two. Like this, different people were reciprocating in different way, looking at this Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas approaching Jagai and Madhai. So eventually, they reached Jagai and Madhai, and then loudly they said, Bala Krishna Bhaja Krishna Laha Krishna Naam. Krishna Mata Krishna Pita Krishna Dhana Pran. Say Krishna, worship Krishna and chant the names of Krishna. Krishna is your mother, Krishna is your father, and Krishna is your life and wealth. Telling this to who? Jagai and Madhai, the most notorious people who don't want anything to do with this. Toma Saba Lai Lagila Krishnera Avatara. Ena Krishna Bhaja Saba Chadiya Anachara. Krishna has incarnated for your benefit. Therefore, give up all sinful activities and worship Krishna. So simple, preaching is so simple. This is actually preaching. Just introducing people to Krishna. And while there is scope for indirect preaching, actually direct preaching is the best. Just tell people, and because the soul is hankering, waiting for Krishna, just that the person doesn't know about it. And therefore, we are looking for happiness in other things. We're looking for happiness. Even in so-called garb of religion, we are looking for happiness in maybe going and taking a dip in Kumbh Mela, maybe going and doing some mannat, maybe doing all these things. Our search for happiness is misplaced. And when people like this are told about Krishna, something happens and their Sukriti starts to fructify. They feel, yes, this makes sense. It has happened with all of us. It has happened with each and every one of us here. Anyone here born in a devotee family? Except maybe for your children who are now born because you're devotees. None of us were born in devotee families. Exceptions are these two, three children who are there, but none of the adults above 18. Anyone here born in devotee family? Born in devotee family? Your parents are Gaudiya Vaishnavas? With all of our parents believed in God. We all feel our parents are pious, nice people. But nobody from birth has been practicing. But there came a point in our life where we either got a book, or we came to the temple, or we met a devotee, or something happened, and then this direct message which we received. We titled the program Secrets of Success. So many feedback forms जैसे इसमें कृष्णा कहाँ से आ गए सक्सेस के बारे में तो कुछ बताया ही नहीं आपने but that's the real secret of success. So, so therefore, they are telling them direct preaching, directly telling them Krishna. Bhaktisnanda Saraswati Thakur, when his brahmacharis used to go out for preaching and they would come back, and sometimes brahmacharis, the younger brahmacharis, they would be able to distribute just one magazine in the whole day, and they used to bring some, 5 annas or whatever was the cost, and they would think, कुछ हुआ ही नहीं, कुछ दे नहीं पाए. And when Bhaktivedanta used to hear, I gave one magazine, he used to embrace them and said, today you delivered one person. One person you brought closer to Krishna, at least 1 inch closer to Krishna you brought. And he used to embrace them. When his disciples used to write articles to be published in the Harmonist magazine, Bhaktisiddhanta used to check. I verified that the bottle, this was cleaned and fresh water was filled today. So the way Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati used to verify an article was he used to just glance and see ये article में कितनी बार कृष्णा का नाम लिया है, and he would count 6 times. Yes, publish it. One time only. It may have had a very good presentation. Only once? No, no, no. Rework. 10 times publish it. So Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So that's what they are saying. Krishna Mata, Krishna Prita, Krishna Dhanapran, Bolo Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, Love Krishna Nam. So this is whenever we feel low in on a particular day also, we should just simply understand we have to reconnect ourselves with one of these 5 main processes that Mahaprabhu has given. Hearing the holy names, chanting the holy names, uh, Bhagavatam, Mathuravas, Sri Murtira Sevan, and Shravan. These 5 things. Association of devotees. So we have to reconnect with one of these things and we'll be happy. Because this is the direct message that the Lord is here to give. But to these two, it had a different effect. सन्यासी आकार देखी माथा तुली छाया धर धर बलि दोने धरी बारे आया. After lifting their heads and seeing the form of the sannyasis, the two ran towards them shouting, catch them, catch them. ये हिम्मत, he told me to chant Krishna, catch him. अथ व्यथे नित्यानंद अथ एव अथ व्यथे नित्यानंद हरिदास धाया रह रह भली दुई दस्यु पाछे आया. Nityanand and Haridas quickly ran away as the two rogues chased them, shouting, stop, stop. Nityananda is running, ये बोल दिया, बोलो कृष्ण भजो कृष्ण कर कृष्ण नाम कृष्ण माता कृष्ण पिता कृष्ण धन प्राण. He said, huh? And they ran. Stop, stop. And they were abusing constantly. Jagai Madai were abusing. You can picture in your mind what kind of words they would have said. And रोक रोक दिखाता हूँ देखो अभी रोक. and then whatever. We have heard all these. We have probably said it also. And the people who had earlier warned them are saying, "Oh yeah, बोला था मैंने नहीं करने को." Now who will save them? And those who didn't like them said, "Now I can see Lord Narayan's hand." ये लोग परेशान कर रहे थे, अभी भगवान जो परेशान करते हैं उनको भगवान पनिश करते ही है, देखो इनको पनिशमेंट मिलेगा अभी. And those other brahmanas who were praying inside started praying more fervently. Please save them, Lord. They are doing your preaching work. Let no harm happen to them. These two guys are crazy. They are so dangerous. They have murdered God knows how many people from today morning only. आज सुबह से कितने मर्डर किए हैं पता नहीं है, दो नहीं हो जाए और like this different reciprocation. That's why preaching is very exciting work. Book distribution, follow-ups, phone call follow-ups, and all that. Because every time we get a different response, and therefore our dependence on Krishna increases. When you're dialing, Lord, I hope he doesn't get angry at me. I hope they reciprocate in a nice way. I hope they are able to hear. When we have more compassion, we are not really worried about our insult. Then we feel, please, Lord, give them intelligence to accept this message. That's what's happening here. नित्यानंद बले भाई नित्यानंद बले भाला हैला वैष्णव आजी यदि प्राण वांचे तबे पाए सब. Nityananda said, "We thought it would be good to turn them into Vaishnavas, but we will be lucky if we survive today." This is what they are talking while running. They are running and they are thinking, हम अच्छा काम करने आए थे, अभी तो उल्टा ही हम बच गए आज, तो ही बड़ी बात हो जाएगी. हरिदास बले ठाकुर आरा के न बला, तुम्हारा बुद्धि ते अपमृत प्राण गेला. Haridas said, "Oh Lord, what can I say? Today I will die prematurely because of your ideas." किसने बोला ये लोग यू वांटेड ना सबसे पहला वो तीर मारो सबसे मेन पर्सन पे, देखो आज क्या हो रहा है. And Haridas Thakur Chaitanya Bhagavat goes on to describe. He says, "I survived beatings in 22 marketplaces, but today I don't think I'm going to survive this." 22 marketplaces का वो सब मैं मेरे को गंगा में फेंक दिया, मैं बच गया. But today, thanks to you, I'm going to die. And these drunkards are, wait, in a drunken state. Who is going to protect you from Jagai and Madai today? Wait, we are coming. We are going to eat you up in the evening. Like this, they are shouting. This is all mentioned by Vrindavan Das Thakur. हरिदास बले आमी ना पारी चलिते जानिया ओ आसियामी चंचल सहिते. I cannot go further. Why did I knowingly come with this restless person? राखी लेना कृष्ण काल यवन रथानी चंचलेरा बुद्धे आजी परान हाराए. Krishna just saved me from the wrath of the Yavanas, and now today I will lose my life due to your mysterious nature. नित्यानंद बले आमी नहीं अचंचला मने भावी देखा तुम्हारा प्रभु से विवला. Nityananda said, "I am not a restless person. Think carefully. It is your Lord who is agitated." ब्राह्मण हया येन राजा आज्ञा करे तान बोले भूली सब प्रति घरे घरे. Although he is a brahmana, he gives orders like a king. On his instruction, we preach door to door. He's telling him, "I am not chanchal. Your Lord is chanchal." See what? एक तो ब्राह्मणा है, बैठा है किंग की तरह, बोलता है, "सुनो सुनो नित्यानंदा, सुनो हरिदास, सर्वत्र हमार आज्ञा करो हो प्रकाश." And हमको, why did we come here? Because of him. So don't. And this conversation is going on while they are running. While Jagai Mada are just behind them shouting, wait, wait, and they are running and they are talking like this. कथोय कथाओ ये नहीं सुनी से आज्ञाताना चोरा धंगा भाई लोग नहीं बले आना. He gives orders that we have never heard before. And as a result, people call us thieves and hypocrites. और से इस बार 1 लाख भगवत गीता बांटेंगे. कैसे होगा? नया मंदिर बनाएंगे, सबको 1 करोड़ जमा करना है. So that's also whoever is giving those orders also following parampara. महाप्रभु ना करिले आज्ञा ताना सर्वनाश करे करिले हो आज्ञा ताना यही फल धरे. If we disobey his orders, we'll be ruined. And if we follow his orders, this is the result. ऑर्डर फॉलो किया, देखो अभी ऑलमोस्ट मरने वाले हैं, भाग 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 रहे हैं लोग से. नहीं ऑर्डर फॉलो किया तो anyway life is hopeless. So in this way they were running and they were talking this. And now because Jagai Madai was so drunk, eventually they lost track of Nityanand Haridas. They sped forward and they ran into the house of Mahaprabhu. And Jagai Madai started rolling on the ground somewhere far away. And after a while they thought, हम यहाँ कैसे आ गए? How did we come here? And then Chaitanya Bhagavat describes, then they started hitting each other again. And this way they were lost in their thing. While Nityananda and Haridas, panting out of breath, trying to catch their breath, went to give the report to Mahaprabhu. And then they told Mahaprabhu about all this. Mahaprabhu, Prabhu, I'll just read the English. Lord, the Lord said, I know these two fellows. If they come here, I will cut them to pieces. He's talking about Jagai. They come here, I'll cut them to pieces. Nityananda said, you may cut them to pieces, but I will not go out as long as they are there. Oh, you do what you want to. I will. Mahaprabhu said, when Mahaprabhu said, that is the last one, 128. Nityananda is again telling, why do you brag so much? First, get these two to chant the names of Govinda. Saying, I will cut them, I will do this. Don't brag so much. Just make them chant. Nityananda is telling Mahaprabhu. Yeah, we read this. And then, now, while this is going on, Haridas Thakur, after he catches his breath, he starts talking to Advaita Acharya. And this is what Haridas Thakur tells Advaita Acharya. Chanchalera sange Prabhu amara pathaya Amitha ki kotha se vako na dikeyaya. The Lord sends me with this restless person. He leaves me behind and who knows where he goes. My partner, my preaching partner is this fellow. भगवान ने मुझे यही पार्टनर दिया. हरिदास ठाकुर सिंह. Haridas Thakur is, saintliness personified. And Nityananda Prabhu is notoriety personified. And they are partners. So this he is narrating to who? Advaita Acharya. Varsate Jahnavi Jale Kumbhira Vedaya Santara E Diya Tare Dhari Bare Yaya. During the rainy season, there are many crocodiles in the Ganges, and he goes swimming in the waters to catch them. If he sees some boys, he comes out of the water and chases them to beat them. Nityanand Prabhu. If he sees some boys, he comes out of the water and chases them to beat them. When their parents come with sticks in their hands, I have to fall at their feet and send them back. Whatever he does is unreasonable. When he sees an unmarried girl, he tells her, marry me. He rides on the back of an ox and declares that he is Mahesh. He takes milk from the other cows and drinks it. He's describing all these crazy pastimes of Lord Nityananda. This is what he does. And phasta kaun hai? मैं फंसता हूं. हासिया द्वैता भले कोन चित्र नहे Madhyapera Uchita Madhyapa Sangahaye Tina Loka Ti- Tina Mata Yola Sange Etra Uchita Naistika Haye Naistika Haya Kena Tumi Tara Pita Advaita smiled back and said, "This is not at all astonishing, for drunkards should associate with other drunkards. It is befitting that there are three drunkards were there together. But being a celibate, why were you there? जगाई मदाई drunkards, Nityananda transcendental drunkards, तुम कहाँ से आ गया बीच में? Why were you there?" And then Advaita Acharya gets serious and he says, Nityananda karibe sakale mata yala uhana charitra muni jani. That one line is charitra muni jani bhale bhala. Nityananda will make everyone intoxicated. I know his character very well. Ei dekha tumi dina dui tina vyaje. Sei dui madhyapa aniba goshti maje. Just wait and see. Within 2 or 3 days, he will bring those drunkards into our assembly. See, Nityananda has shown mercy on someone, guaranteed they will be delivered. कोई chance ही नहीं है उनका भी बचने से. They are gone. From material perspective, they are gone now. Because Nityananda is so merciful that it's just not possible for anyone not to get his mercy. And so if these two have become candidates, just you wait. Wait. Today you thought they were going to kill you. Wait 2 3 days. They will be sitting amongst us chanting Hare Krishna. So on seeing this mood, Haridas Thakur smiled. And he said, "Yes, yes, I know that. I am very sure that these two are going to become devotees." So next day, Nityananda Prabhu found out that Jagai Madai go and bathe at a particular place in the Ganga. And nobody goes there. Out of fear of Jagai, कोई देख के हमको ही गंगा में फेंक देगा, कोई nobody goes there. So Nityananda Prabhu went there. He went there. This is just a couple of days after this pastime. And he went there and he went again to them. And again he repeated that same thing. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pata, Krishna Dhara Pran, all those things. He repeated. And this time, Jagai Madai looked up and said, "Hey, it's you again? You again? That day, Lord saved you somehow. Today you're gone." And we know what happened. Madai picked up a pot and threw it forcefully on Lord Nityananda's head. And Nityananda's forehead burst open. And we had, at least I had thought that it was just some blood. But today when I read Chaitanya Bhagavad, it was saying pools and pools of blood. Profusely he was bleeding. His full body was covered with blood. No other color was visible. It was all red blood, so much blood from Nityananda. The devotees ran to Mahaprabhu. They told them, "This is what has happened." And Mahaprabhu came flying, as if he was flying. And he was shouting, "Chakra, Chakra, Chakra." And Sudarshan came. And we know that time Nityananda Prabhu, he actually, Jagai scolded Madhai. "Why did you do that? He seems like a saintly person. Why did you hit him? Now see, he's lying in a pool of blood. Why did you hit him?" And Madhai, when he went to hit him second time, Jagai caught him. "No, no, 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 don't do that, don't do that. There's something different about him. Don't hit him." By then Mahaprabhu came. Chakra, 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 shouting. And Nityananda Prabhu, Mahaprabhu, about to release his Sudarshan to chop off the heads of Jagai and Madai. That time, Nityananda Prabhu holds Mahaprabhu, as we can see here. He tells him, "No, no, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. That is wrong incarnation. That's previous incarnation. This incarnation, no weapons. Krishna Varnam, Tvisha Krishna, Sango Pangastra Parshalam." The weapons are what? Yagnai Sankirtana Praya Yajanti Hisu Medasa. The weapon in Kali Yuga is the holy name and your mercy. These are your weapons. Your the Shankha, Chakra, bow, arrow, Sudarshan, all gone. Weapon for you is holy name and Kripa, your mercy. And then he tells, Nityananda Prabhu tells Mahaprabhu, actually, Jagai has saved my life. Had Jagai not been there, I would have probably died today. Jagai has saved my life. So the Lord Himself, but He's externally showing this. So Mahaprabhu got pacified. And Mahaprabhu embraced Jagai. And he said, from today onwards, I grant you love of Krishna. And Jagai immediately became transformed. And he became transformed, started weeping, and his body completely changed. He was just crying, crying, and looking at the Lord, holding his feet. And then Madhai tells the Lord, see, we both are same. Paap mein hum dono same hai. Why you gave mercy to? What about me? And then Mahaprabhu says, प्रभु बले अपराध कैले तुम्ही बड़ा नित्यानंद चरण नित्यानंद चरण धरिया गिया पद. The Lord said, you have committed a grave offense. Go and grab hold of Nityananda's lotus feet. Being ordered by the Lord, Madhai then caught hold of the invaluable treasure of Nitai's lotus feet. He told the Lord, uh, Lord told him, go and catch hold. That's the when you offend a devotee, the only remedy is to seek forgiveness from the devotee. So here, although it's the Lord, but Mahaprabhu tells him, I will never forgive you. You have injured my most dear Nityananda. So only he can forgive you. I forgive Jagai. Because Jagai did some seva for Nityananda. He stopped you. I forgive him. Anyone who serves a devotee is on my top list for giving mercy. But anyone who offends, troubles, injures, criticizes a devotee will never get the Lord's mercy. Guru Nityananda. Vishwambar. So then Madhai went and caught hold of the feet of Lord Nityananda, and the Lord then told Nityananda, listen, Nityananda, now that he has fallen at your feet, it is proper for you to show him mercy. I declare emphatically that if I have ever accumulated piety in any lifetime, this is Nityananda Prabhu talking. I declare emphatically that if I have ever accumulated piety in any lifetime, I give it all to Madhai. He is relieved of any offense committed against me. Do not bewilder him. Bestow your mercy on him. Nityananda Prabhu is saying, Mahaprabhu, whatever my credits are, I give to Madhai. Now you also give your mercy. So very easily Nityananda Prabhu forgave Madhai, and that is why Lord Nityananda is considered most merciful. Nityananda Prabhu takes interest in notorious people. He takes special interest. मजा आएगा इसको डिलीवर करने में. लिख दो इसका नाम नरोत्तम प्रिया दास. Very good. I will deliver him. So like that, this is our hope. Many times while chanting, all sorts of ridiculous thoughts come. Many times our past comes and we think, hey, why did I behave like that? Why was I so attached to these things? वो सब नहीं किया होता अभी इतना मन परेशान नहीं करता. If I would not have been so into all these nonsensical activities in my previous years, I would have been more peaceful in devotion. Now all those activities are coming to haunt me, and therefore my mind is so chanchal. I'm not able to take full advantage of this. So, fine, that is there, but we have hope. We have hope. But we should follow this. After this, they completely transformed themselves. After this, they felt they felt such gratitude towards Lord Nityananda that there was no question of looking back. So that is there in our lives also. We should feel such gratitude for the Lord, for Gaur Nitai, for Radharas Bihari, such gratitude for Srila Prabhupada, and such gratitude for the devotees. And that should be what keeps us away from our old life. That is what leads to more changes in our life. Because out of billions and billions of people, Lord bestowed mercy on me. So many are misdirected. Recently in Mumbai, that Coldplay had come. They performed and then they went to Ahmedabad. And how many 1.5 lakh people attended the concert. Right? Huh? 1,34,930. 1,34,930 people attended the concert. And before coming to Krishna consciousness, Coldplay was one of my favorite bands. I'll not be able to sing some of these bhajans without looking. I can sing some of their songs without looking. So many. I will start to sing. And that day, it so happened that on that day, our Bhagavatam class was given by a British devotee. So, and he was saying, just see, just 50 people are sitting here, and there are 1 lakh. He didn't know the full amount. So, you were not there in the class that day. But he said 1.5 lakh people, and वो तो 1.5, 1,30,000 as we came to know now. But apparently 10 lakh people applied for tickets. So many people didn't get tickets, and it's so unfortunate. So now, if I look at myself, 20 years back, I was like those guys. तो कोल्ड प्ले वो टाइम पे इंडिया को कोई देखता नहीं था तो वो लोग आए नहीं तो आया तो मैं भी जाता फिर अभी इंडिया की तरक्की हो गई है तो all these guys are coming. Thankfully, they didn't come that time. Many came, and I also went. But see how the Lord has bestowed His mercy. If the Lord would not have bestowed His mercy, if the devotees would not have bestowed His mercy, I would have been there right now, dancing to those tunes, thinking life is so good, and getting kicked, getting kicked, getting kicked. I was न्यूज में दिखा रहे थे क्लिप्स जितना रश कुंभ मेला में था उतना रश यहाँ था so and people are crying singing their songs. You paid money to go there. You're not going to get any benefit. Those guys are going to be rich because of you. And you're crying as if he's your boyfriend and singing some love song about you. And we are laughing, but few years back we were like them. Some of you may have interest in sports and you probably went chanting Sachin Sachin. And some of you had interest in movies or interest in jewelry or interest in decorating yourself or interest in so many things. But we got the mercy. We got the mercy. For Mataji once was when Bhiwandi temple was being made, so she wanted to donate. So she gave some ornaments, and then she was saying, "I was so foolish that time. I used to collect these things." But all these things, thinking like this, should lead to some gratitude for the Lord. All those millions of people are still like that. So many of my friends with whom I used to sing these songs are still in that. They went to these concerts, and the Lord saved me. And like how we started, they might be thinking, "ये क्या पागल है? वही हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र, वही कीर्तन, ये वो अभी देखो हम इतने 20 साल पहले तो हम YouTube पे सुनते थे इनके गाने, सीडीज खरीदते थे, अभी वो लोग लाइव आ गए हैं, हम जा रहे हैं, and this idiot is say, not coming." But we know, and therefore we should hold on more to the Lord, hold on more to Lord Nityananda, hold on more to Srila Prabhupada's teachings, to the devotees. And that's our hope. That's our hope. And then, like Jagai Madhai, we can also get delivered. Kaviraj Goswami said, at least don't. जगाए मदाई को नित्यानंद प्रभु ने डिलीवर किया कोई बड़ी बात नहीं थी. He delivered me. That's even greater accomplishment than delivering Jagai Madhai. Kaviraj Goswami in this 5th chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, one of the ending verses writes like this: Nityananda delivered Jagai Madhai, no big deal. No big deal. I am worse than them. And he delivered me. Therefore, he is the greatest. Then this is, so this is Kaviraj Goswami. Krishna again from Chaitanya Bhagavat. We come to Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami concludes that chapter on Lord Nityananda by saying, Prema Matya Nityananda Kripa Avatara Uttama Adhama Kichu Nakare Vichara. Because he is intoxicated by ecstatic love and is an incarnation of mercy, he does not distinguish between the good and the bad. Person who is intoxicated doesn't know. He will hug his enemy and say, "Mera dost hai." People who are drunk, they are not in their senses. So he's saying Nityananda is drunk with love of God. And therefore he doesn't do any distinction between good and bad. He's giving mercy to everybody. ये आगे पद ये तारे कर ये निस्तार अतएव निस्तारिला मोहे न दुराचार. He delivers all those who fall down before him. Therefore, he has delivered such a sinful and fallen person like Kaviraj Goswami is talking about himself. Nityananda Prabhu ki. So, next Monday, 10th February, is Nityananda's appearance. But we've discussed about him today. So, the next 9 days, we can think more, read more about Nityananda, pray to Nityananda more. And in this way, we can be in the mood of I am fallen and Nityananda Prabhu is my hope. I am fallen and Srila Prabhupada is my hope. As I said, if there's somebody who's more merciful than Lord Nityananda, that is our Srila Prabhupada. And we are so fortunate that we are having this combination. We are in the Gaudiya Sampradaya of Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu and our Acharya Srila Prabhupada. Broke if Gaur Nitai broke open the storehouse of love of God, Prabhupada took it and gave it everywhere. Gave it everywhere. And especially this temple, this is like Prabhupada's Karma Bhumi. Calcutta is his Janma Bhumi. Our Hare Krishna land is his Karma Bhumi. From 1965 to 1977, maximum time Prabhupada spent at any place, that is Hare Krishna land. So, we're so fortunate. So let us feel this mercy of the Lord and do what we have to do. We know what we have to do. We know what we have to keep away from. We know what we have to focus more on. We know what we have to do to improve our spiritual life. We know all those things. And after so many years, we know nobody can tell us something new now. We all know our shortcomings. We know what we are good at. We know, the role of devotees in our life, and we know what is distracting us in our life. And we have to get our acts together because we are actually overflowing in mercy. Nobody has this. All those guys who went to Prayagraj just for a dip, forget about it. There's no chance that they are anywhere close to this mercy. Srila Prabhupada once to one of his disciples, he wrote, by following his footsteps, you can approach Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu approached Jagai and Madai at the risk of being personally injured, and still he definitely delivered them. The world is full of Jagais and Madais, namely drunkards, women hunters, meat eaters, and gamblers. And we have to approach them at the risk of insult, injury, and similar other rewards. Insult and injury are our rewards. We have to approach them at the risk of insult, injury, and similar other rewards. To face such reverse conditions of life and to suffer thereby the results of actions is considered the greatest penance and austerity in the matter of spiritual advancement of life. Our penance and austerity is not to eat less, is not to sleep less, it's not to do all those austerities. Prabhupada is saying to suffer the results of such reverses. That means taking risk for preaching and getting some reaction. That is our penance. Because we are followers of Lord Nityananda. Sri Nityananda Prabhu ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Gaur Premanande. So in comparison to Lord Nityananda's mercy, this just this water is nothing. This is by the way Sangam Jal from Prayagraj, one devotee brought. But with that, then this is like added benefit. So whatever other activities, these five things should go on. These five things should go on. Shravan, Kirtan, association of devotees, Shri Murtera Seva, and Mathuravas, going to holy places. These five things are actually the core of our life, and everything else is in the periphery. Everything else, our material life, our family life, they are all in periphery to these five things. And in these five things, Mahaprabhu says the most important is Association of devotees. Association of devotees will lead to all these others. Any questions? Yes, Mataji. Just now you were mentioning, now you were apologetic about your pronunciation of these words. But Prabhuji, I'm speaking for every one of us. We find it very sweet. So you should never be apologetic. The mispronunciation. It's very nice. Hare Krishna, thank you. Sometimes Prabhuji, even we want to recite like that. I'm telling you the truth. In the Jagai Madhai way. My Bengali pronunciation is the Jagai Madhai pronunciation. But what Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and Vrindavan Das Thakur have given, there's verses there, no? That Krishna Lila Vyas Ved Vyas, uh, Chaitanya Lila Ved Vyas Vrindavan Das. That Vyasdev himself has come in the form of Vrindavan Das Thakur. And they have given all those teachings, but in an easy to understand and pronounce Bengali language. Even Bengali has hi-fi words, but they have chosen words which are easily understandable and pronounceable. Many of these things we don't even need translation to understand. This is the. It's like जितना आसान बना सकते हैं बना. संस्कृत नहीं आता छोड़ दो. Take this. Prabhupada, one step further. Bengali, take English. Take English. When we start preaching, when I remember when I was giving this Gita class, I used to not pronounce the Sanskrit shloka. I just read the English translation. आता ही नहीं है pronunciation. How can I tell others I don't know? They think I know Sanskrit. Prabhupada made it so easy for us. So easy. It's not going to get easier than this. Once I was talking to one devotee, she was new, and she was saying, "You said Bhaktisiddhanta had 64 rounds, and Prabhupada has made 16. तो आगे जाके कोई आएगा ना आपके ISKCON में जो फोड़ करेगा उसको." So that time I'll take initiation. 16 I cannot do. Nobody is going to come and make it easier than this. Okay. So on 10th, we have Abhishek over here, and it will be fasting till noon. And even next Saturday, which is Ekadashi, is fasting for Vara Dwadashi. Sunday is Vara Dwadashi, but because it is Dwadashi, we cannot fast till noon because you have to break fast at that parent time. So next Ekadashi, Saturday is fasting till noon, and then we'll have class in the evening on Varadev's pastimes. And then next day is Varaha Dwadashi, appearance of Lord Varahadev. And then the day after that is Nityanand Triyodashi, again fasting till noon. There is Abhishek here at 11 a.m. So all of you are invited. Please come and participate in the festival. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki.